little part. Actually, before we do that, what I want to show you now is the recording within this, because that's also going to change. We're not going to, the recording is going to be a little bit different in the sense that you will now have to do your own recording, as opposed to recordings being done by other people, right? So over here, you've got the more actions option again. You click on that, and then you hit the start recording option. So we're going to say start recording. Now, the nice thing about you having control of this is we know that we sometimes wait a little bit, wait a little bit, wait a little bit, and then we start. And sometimes our recordings start 5 minutes or 10 minutes before we've actually started, and then someone needs to go and trim that, etc. Now that you are in control, you know that you're going to start recording, and you'll see it says here you are recording this meeting. Be sure to let everyone know, blah, 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 all of those things. That's an indication that recording has started. Along with this little, the fact that there's now a red circle, the universal sign for recording. So you'll see over there, it shows me that I am recording my session. What you'll also see is in the conversation, in the chat, it actually says recording has started. Now, when the recording is finished, when you end off with your session and you say, thank you very much, I hope you've learned something, then we go back to more actions and we say, stop recording. Right, what's going to happen now? You'll see it says recording is stopped, saving, and it just loads a little bit. Depending on the size of the recording, this might take a little bit longer. It might happen a little bit quicker. This is only a 57-second one, so this is quite quick. Now, I'm just going to dismiss that. The next step is how to actually get the recording to the subject advisors. And this will all make sense in a minute or two when I show you the final thing that we're working towards as well. But what you need to do now is you need to share it with us. And this is one of the reasons why we want this to start happening on your end rather than on our end. Because one of the nice things about your accounts is you can actually share things quite easily as opposed to with our accounts, which makes it a little bit more tricky. So once you've actually got this here, and remember it's going to be in the conversation, then you're going to click on the 3 dots. Do not click on Get Link. This link is a link that will only be accessible to people that attended the session. Now, a lot of schools at the moment aren't using their WCG schools accounts to get in. They're using guest accounts, so they can't access this recording in any way. So what you need to do is you need to go to the option that says Open in OneDrive. Right, so now I'm going to open in OneDrive. Just need to switch my sharing again. So you'll see now it's going to ask you to log in, enter your password. If you are by default logged in, it's not going to be an issue. But in my instance, in this case, I'm using a number of different of windows, so it's not always sure where I'm supposed to be logged in. So it'll ask you for your password, and then you just sign into that. Just going to not remember that. If you haven't signed into that one yet, it will ask you for this one-time PIN. Again, if you have used your WCG Schools account before and you are logged in already, this shouldn't pop up, and this shouldn't be something that you see. If you're using it on a browser for the first time, this will pop up. But it's luckily it's not something that you'll have to do all the time. We'll just verify that quickly. The one-time PIN that's sent to you. Okay, and now it takes you to the actual file in OneDrive. And now it's not taking me to the file that I want. So let me just quickly go to that. Right, so let's just give it a minute or two to load. Right, so you'll see if it doesn't take you directly to the video, if you had to log in first and it takes you to OneDrive and not to the video, just go back to the link, click on it again, and then it'll open in the correct location. Right, so yeah, I've got my video now. So now we use the share option. If I click on share, you'll see by default, the share option tells you anyone with a link can edit. So I prefer to change this and leave the editing off. So if you click on this, anyone with a link can edit. If you just click on that, then you just say allow editing. Tick that and just remove that. Apply. And now the next step, click on Outlook. And what's going to happen is it's automatically going to open up Outlook. Remember, the nice thing is we have already logged into OneDrive. So if you click on Outlook, it will remember the account that you're logged in, and this will just pop open. And all you need to do is enter your subject advisor's email address. So in this instance, we're sending it to Gilbert. I'm just going to enter his email address, and then I can just send it to him. And this link that's over there, then that link goes to us at the district office, and we now have access to the recording so that we can share it easily going forward.